Well, hello. Welcome to another Moto Showcase. I'm X0, and in today's episode, I'm going to show you the install of this Panigale tail, which they call it, from RMOD, which is short for Radhit Modifikasi in Indonesia. Managed to get it shipped in. As you can see, it makes the tail section looks wider with this air holes, I guess. I'm not too sure what it's called. And also comes with this nice seat cover to replace the pillion seat. Also, they gave us the extended wire for your key to open up the back seat, because this section here will be where the locking mechanism will be installed. So let me just show you the disassembly of the tail, and we shall install this nice looking tail section for the Yamaha R3. So the tail section is quite straightforward. I've already shown you in previous videos. So one you can check out tail light installed, which I've already shown you how to remove the back end tail. It's quite straightforward, so it's not so difficult. So all the bolts I've already removed, and this one over here, there is just one socket size. Let me just check. Should be size 10. Yeah, size 10. Just need to unscrew here, which I can show you as well. Just so we can adjust the camera. Alright, there's a little socket here, which you socket nut or bolt, I should say, that you need to remove over here, which holds this section in place. Then for this section, there is one more push pin for both sides. Don't forget the other side as well. And that is it for only this section. Okay, now we are at the back section of the tail. So just need to remove the Phillips head screwdriver, as in the Phillips head bolt, I should say, which I've already loosened for ease of the install, to remove this real plastic piece. Slide right out. There we go. So to split it a bit, and got to go underneath to remove 6 push pins, one up here and 2 at the bottom here. So I'll remove the push pins, and we should be able to remove the back tail section, which is only this part. Okay, so it's time to remove the tail. I forgot to mention there is 2 more push pins here that holds the plastics in place. For the right hand side, it's actually quite easy. By removing these push pins, as in the push pin, the right hand side, don't forget there is the little rubber tab that is being mounted here. Now that's for the right hand side. Just put this down. And for the left hand side, can be quite tricky. Let me just remove the rubber part first, because it has the locking mechanism over there. So let me just remove that, and I will show you how to install the longer cable for the locking mechanism. Alright, managed to get the locking mechanism out. Actually quite straightforward. I thought it was actually quite complicated. Just remove your tray. You can see there's the mounting for the tray, which is the push pins. There's one over here and one up here. Just remove the tray. So what I did was, at first I removed the locking part for the key from the fairing, which is being held by 2 Phillips head screwdrivers. And then for this section, right, there is the part that mounts underneath here. That's being held by 2 nuts size 10. Okay, the mounting is actually over here, so you can just pop out the cable and we can go install the new longer cable for the locking mechanism on the Panigale tail. Okay, now let's work on mounting the locking mechanism. So let's see, what do I have? Got the old short cable, and I've already installed the new one, which is much more longer. Seems to be a Yamaha part. Seems. You want to just see the part number if you want to purchase it in the future. So of course the locking side will be towards the left side. So this is actually the flipped of the tail, and surprisingly I feel that the mounting was requires more, because you can see there's like two bolts here, but for it to line up, I found that only one screw was used, which was over here. Let's see if I can just line this up, and the hole should fit. That's nice. You can see. Okay, you can adjust the nut accordingly. On that over here is just nice, so that it doesn't jut out too much. Okay, actually I should put it a bit higher. See, it takes a bit of fine tuning to get the height you want. Okay, but this left hand side bolt doesn't seem to be used, so I'll just clamp it over. They did give an extra small bolt for this section here, and the bigger bolt which we'll use to clamp the locking mechanism in place. Then we'll run the cable and install back this Panigale tail on the Yamaha R3. Okay, so here's the look of the bolts. I decided to use the left hand side one also and clamp the whole this locking mechanism in place, so that it doesn't move too much. So let's install the tail on the bike. Okay, so I decided to remove the front plastic section from the the tail part, the Panigale tail, and attach the cable to the locking mechanism. Okay, so I managed to get this tail section installed. As you can see, put back all your OEM bolts, the 6 push pins, and one more bolt over here. So now all that's left is to place this plastic piece back. And what I did was I removed this, to show us this, I guess the relay, and later you got to sit it down below, because there was not enough space in this little corner over there for the relay to be placed. Wasn't an easy fit, but using a bit of strength and force, I managed to fit in as expected from having a aftermarket custom part. So let me just install back this plastic piece, test the locking mechanism, and put back the seat, and the install will be done. Okay, so I've completed the install. Wasn't very easy, just need to be careful of all the screws and the push pins area. As mentioned before, custom parts don't usually fit nicely, and lucky for me, the install was a success. I have a bit of problem with the rear seat, got to expand the hole a bit for the locking mechanism, but in the end it turned out nice. This is the final look of it. This will be the last piece of the modifications for the R3 before we send it for touring, and hope you've enjoyed watching this quick install of the Panigale tail from Radhit Modifikasi RMOD. You can check out their website for different modifications you can do for R25 and R3. So I end this video here. Do like and subscribe. Check out our Instagram and Facebook for more pictures. I'm X0 and I'm signing out.